Oh, well, I don't know. I'm back on the lobby.
I'll check.
Yeah, you better check it. You see it on your own stream, won't you?
Yeah, on my YouTube. Hang on, I'm just.
I'm going up and down. I'm flicking up and down the order, so you got something to look at.
I've got to switch accounts first, so.
Oh.
Don't take long.
Okie dokie.
Right.
Yeah?
No, not yet. Hang on.
Okay.
Me, your channel. Yeah. Right, Andy, I got it.
Alright, nice.
Okay, do I need to be made race director or anything? I can't remember how it works.
You'll need to be race director, Kelly, yeah.
Sorry, what?
Yeah,
you'll be a race director.
Okay, yeah, approval, yeah, right. Yeah. Okay.
Mate, the two leagues keep disconnecting. It sometimes sorts itself out when you get into session, doesn't it?
Sometimes. Right, are you ready, Andy?
Yeah.
Have you picked the right car?
Well, fuck, good point. Thank you. I'm 177. The other one. Yep, ready to roll.
Okay, let's go.
Exactly 20 minutes. And practice. Or qualifying. Qualifying is.
Sorry?
Videos in 720. Yes, it is. Good, good. Theatre mode. Oh, fuck. What was it on before? I don't know.
Is that going to be the same stream on YouTube?
What do you mean?
Following on from the last race?
Yeah.
We're continuing on the same stream, yeah?
Kicking mini player thinking that's the default view and then it sends me over to something.
I don't know, whatever Andy's doing right now.
Right. Tell me when I'm live.
Will do. Right, we should be on in a sec. Just hold fire, Kelly.
Yeah.
Right. One sec. Right, they got you, mate.
Yep.
Yep, ready to roll.
Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Motive Racing. It is round one, tier one, Renault Clio Cups. My name is Kelly Davis. I will be your commentator and host for this evening. I hope life finds you in good spirits. I'm all on my own for a minute, but we might have some guests. You never know. Give us a hello in the chat just to make sure that you're there. And it'd be nice to see you all. So we'll go through the runners and riders in just a moment and through the track and tell you a little bit about what we know up until this point. So 11 drivers on track, a lot of the usual suspects from the normal Clio Cup. As I said, it's round one of season 7, I believe it is, and so round one we've got everyone starts on 0 points, obviously, so we will be doing this as a qualifying session for the next 8.5 minutes, a qualifying session for the first sprint race of the evening. Normally it will be in a championship order. This would normally be a practice session for the rest of the season, and there would be a reverse grid in championship order, but as we're round one, we will be doing this as a qualifying session. So no times on the board yet because these drivers are only now getting out onto the track as we're on board with Nick de Villa, as I remember stepping up to tier 1 this year, because I believe he was in tier 2 before and did quite well in Tier 2 as well. I believe he's runner-up or something like that, as I remember. A lot of cars, a lot of drivers. Hard to remember all the statistics off the top of your head. But certainly Nick de Villa, second place at the moment out the 2 times that we've had. Melted Dazza is the fastest man with a 55.1. We had the Tier 2s. If you followed the Tier 2s just a few minutes ago, the Tier 2s were in the 55s in qualifying, a couple of them in the 54s as I remember, but it was a standard kind of race pace, 55, 56, something like that. So I'm expecting to see some 54s, plenty of 54s by these guys this evening. As I said, a lot of the usual suspects are back. The Only G, Dan, Smokey Devil, Andy, as I say, Nick de Villa's stepped up. Laney, man new this year as well, or not new this year, but new to the tail end of last season and going quite well, and joining us for Tier 1 this evening. So we're at Monza Short. This is where we ended the season last season. The seasons are only 6 or 7 rounds, whatever they are. So we finished the last season 6, here at Monza Short. But this is where we start the championship this year. We start it here at Monza Short as we're into the 54s now. A lot of guys in the 54s, the top 4 now in the 54s. Motoring Morgan is your fastest on a 54.5, followed by the Only G on a 54.6. As we say, we start the year on Monza Short, which is basically the first straight, the last straight, parabolica and a little bit in the middle that makes up the Monza Short track. So there's not a lot of it. Again, if you're new to Clio Cups and you haven't seen any of this this kind of racing before, the Clio Cups, tricky little car to handle. Rear end is very, very light. They never seem to warm up the tyres very well on the rear, so they're a tricky car. As Motoring Morgan and G working together, are they? Could be. As I was just going to get onto, the slipstream here at Monza is incredibly powerful. So slipstream is really important, and we will see excuse me, throughout the duration of the race how the slipstream is going to help each other out. As you see, the Only G tucked right up behind Motoring Morgan as they come round into Parabolica. So it's, are these guys working together? I think they are friends. So are they working together trying to get the best out of this car? 18 people watching right at the moment. Just give me a bit of a I don't know, a thumbs up or something like that in the chat, and let me know you're there. Looks like I'm joined by visitors. I don't have a BBC sound effect with a door opening and closing, but the door has opened and closed, and someone has come into the commentary box, and it would be my friend Martin. How are you?
Hey, I'm all right. How are you? Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, my friend. Martin, if you don't know, Xmart is his gamer name. Current touring car champion. We haven't spoken since that time, have we?
Oh, yeah, absolutely we haven't. Thanks very much for that. Made me feel all good.
Well, no doubt.
You just said that. Yeah, bless you.
Yeah, well, no doubt you're knee deep in doing publicity and sponsorship work, and on the back of your championship, which was only a few weeks ago, and how quickly things change, Mark, because we start again on Sunday night. You've got to defend that championship.
I know, absolutely, and there's a big old field coming in now. I've got a lot of interesting drivers coming through now with Laney. My old mate Laney, and obviously we can't discount John Boy, who's gone back into the McGann.
Yes.
And your boy Dan, of course, he's a force to be reckoned with. Of course, Andy, yeah. He's absolute. Go on. Yeah. Who else am I missing? Who's top notch?
You were missing me, but the fact of the matter is I haven't really troubled the front of touring car, and I'm moving down to Tier 2 anyway to have a permanent spot as commentator in Tier 1. Not that I was completely rubbish and towards the back. Yes, I was. But to be the permanent commentator on touring cars is my excuse, of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
well,
indeed.
have you got, I can't see the stream, by the way. So.
Oh, right, okay.
Where are we at the moment?
Where are we, as in, what can you see, Mark? Tell me what you can see.
I'm just in the lobby. I'm in waiting lobby. Basically.
Oh, right, okay. Are you joining as a... are you going to be able to join as a player, are you, and then watch from that way?
Once the race starts, you should be able to jump in, Martin.
Right,
Once the race starts, you should be able to spectate.
Thanks, And.
Okay, well, I'll bring you up to speed then, Martin. Yep. At the moment, we're less than 2 minutes to go. This is a qualifying session because it's the start of the new season. So this is not practice, it's qualifying for the sprint race. At the moment, it's the only G with a 54.4. And Luti Mashuti is in second place, only 7 100ths behind on a 54.4. Motor and Morgan again just another 10th behind that on a 54.5, and they make up the top three. Your old friend John Boy is the man who's we're watching at the moment. He's currently in 4th place, and I think he might be playing Slipstream games as well. With someone, I can't work out who that is playing Slipstream games with at the moment, but yeah, so the top 8 are covered by 0.6 of a second at the moment. Of course, it's a short lap here around the Monza short. It's only a 54-second lap, so it's a quick lap, but still very, very close. The Tier 2s just a minute ago gave us some exciting racing, as the Clios normally do. Yeah, have you been out in them, Mark? Have you raced the Clios before?
No, yeah, a couple of times. Yeah, absolutely. I was watching. Do you remember we commentated the last Monza short? It was unbelievably close racing, wasn't it? Last season. Wow, 5 abreast down the main straight. If I remember. Yeah. Really looking forward to the race when I can see it. Yes. Get some close racing going. What time of the day? So it looks like it's going to be daylight as well, actually. I think the last time we did it was in the darkness, if I believe right. So excited.
I think you're quite right. I think we're going to continue to be daylight, and I think we believe we're running current dates, so it would be just about spring, and the
tulips on the side. Tulips on the side of the racetrack, you know.
Absolutely.
Well, maybe not in Monza. God knows
maybe not in Monza. No, that may be in Amsterdam. We might have some daffodils, and we certainly look like the Tier 2s had skis in the back of one of the cars, it looked like, but in Tier 2. But that's if you want to get on the board of that joke, then you need to go back and watch the stream. So qualifying session is over, first qualifying session of the year, and it's the only G is your fastest man with a 54.4. Lucy McShooty in second place, Motoring Morgan in third, John Boy's your 4th place man, Melted Daza in 5th place, still in the 54s, last man in the 54s, Unorthodox. Just 0.4 off the pole, still in the 54s. First man in the 55s is Nick de Villa, Laney in 8th, Smoky Devil in 9th, and Jay in 10th. Let me run down through. Who else have we got? And it would be Andy who's bringing up the rear.
Don't start yet, Dan. Don't start yet, Dan. Don't start yet. Don't start yet.
I can't.
Right, don't press start yet.
We're not pressing.
Don't press start.
We're not pressing start. That much we do know. We're definitely not going to be pressing start just for a minute. So that's your lineup at the moment as we look forward to the first sprint race.
We're not on stream at the moment, boys. We're going to be back up in 2 minutes.
Right. Okay, is this a pit stop one, the first sprint race? It's not, is it?
No.
No.
Are we live at the moment on the stream? Well, nothing, I suppose. You did say that, didn't you?
Yeah, not in a minute.
So what have you been doing with yourself, Kelly, then in between the season? What have you been having fun? What have you been up to?
No, sex, drugs and rock and roll, mate.
Oh, nice one. A bit of that.
Yeah, not a lot to speak of, to be fair. Yeah, you know, work stuff. Yeah, trying to get.
You've been all right. You've been all right with work in terms of lockdown and all that kind of crap.
I've got a couple of companies. The fiberglass company's been steady all the way through it. I've also got an events company, which you can imagine has been absolutely useless, shut. You know, so we've just started lining up a couple of events for later in the year. Now we've got this map to to get out of the COVID restrictions.
What kind of events? What kind of events do you do?
We're putting on we're provisionally looking at doing a garden party, like bands and magicians, and like a family garden party at a local venue. We're then doing an 80s and 90s night, 80s versus 90s. We've done a couple of them before.
Party.
Yeah. We've done a couple of them before and they've been really good, so we're going to do another one of them.
What, are you going to be dancing to Depeche Mode and Duran, Human League? What was your taste in the 80s and the 90s?
I've got a very wide taste. I mean, I've been DJing since '86, so I've got a very wide taste. We have a format.
Agadoo.
Yeah, steady on. Star Trekking, stuff like that. Yeah, we've got a format where one of our DJs, which is me, does the 80s stuff and another one does the 90s, and it's a kind of playoff between one and the other. So I always get lumbered with the 80s because a lot of DJs don't know their stuff well enough. So we do that, and then we've got a bit later in the year we've got a stripper night as well, ladies' night. And then
that's you doing the stripping, right?
Oh yeah, mate, absolutely. The only stripping I'll be doing is some wallpaper. You know, if we want to clear a room, I'll start taking my clothes off. You know, so it's no, we've hired in some big hunky men with muscles and fake tan and stuff. You know, so
Well, as soon as lockdown's out of the way, the events are going to be flying.
Yeah, and it's it is now just kind of getting stuff. There's some stuff I have to build. Some props and equipment that needs sorting out. So that's that. And I'm also building a gin bar trailer as well at the moment. So that's also I've never got any time to be bored.
Got your hands in many pies then. Fingers in many pies, as they say.
Yeah, I don't know how I've got time to commentate. To be fair,
it's nice to hear from you again. Anyway, mate,
absolutely.
I enjoyed my laugh with you. Dan, apologies for the for missing this. I know you sent me a message. I just completely forgot work and then meal with the family, and then I saw Martin on the capitals. And then I went to the wife. I've got to be commentating. And she goes, you got to take the dog for a walk and have his shit. And I said,
we're restarting the stream. I just said to Dan, do not start whatever you do.
Do I need to be?
Hang on a minute. Hang on.
I'm
stuck in the blue ring.
I mentioned earlier how my laptop was plugged in. Yeah, it came plugged. So I'm just restarting.
Do I need to be broadcaster or director?
The title is in the description on Restream, and then we'll be good to go. I'm not going to bother with all the whole works. It's no point.
Nice, good start.
Do I just select monitor, Andy, when I'm in, like normal? Who's director?
I'm race director. Daniel's. Cool. Yeah, Daniel's running the stream. I'm race director.
I'm not running the stream. But
okay,
you're running the stream. You're streaming it. I'm just the host. I'm in the blue ring at the minute. I can't continue nothing.
We'll have to make a new one.
How do I get to see what Kelly selects? So he's broad. What do I?
Are you on your 4 or 5?
No, I'm on my 5. Why was you thinking share play?
Yeah. Can't do it on the
can you? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just go normal monitor and just pick my way through, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll muddle through, Mark.
Cool, no problems.
We're just trying to sort the streaming lobby out a minute.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay. 2 minutes away from getting it sorted out. Sorry, boys.
But the lobby is out.
Dan, should we make a new one? We might as well make a new one while we're at it.
I don't know if it's someone. I don't know.
Why don't you go into the game chat and tell them we're going to create a new lobby or something like that?
Because hang on. We're really running behind, aren't we?
Yeah, we're not going anywhere though.
You're not going anywhere. It must be something to do with the fucking lobby then.
Do you want me to make a new one, Dan?
Yeah.
Alright, one sec, let me just sort this out and then I'll make a new lobby.
Then you can make me the same view as you, then Kelly, or I'll be director, one or the other, if it's a brand new lobby. Or whatever, I don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
Just a couple of oldies here, Kelly. That's, you know,
Yeah.
Go along with the flow, right? That's how
I haven't understood it since the ZX Spectrum.
Oh dear. Wonders of tech, eh? But you can't. I'll tell you what. Project Cars 2, top game. Seriously. ACC, pile of.
What was I was watching some ACC actually on TV the other night. What was that? Oh, I can't remember.
TV?
Yeah, it was street. It was on. Oh God, I can't remember what channel it was on. Hang on a minute. Let me. As we're dicking around and moving around, let me just go onto my telly, and I will tell you. Let me telly. Didn't sound like Matt.
Your 15-inch telly. Yeah.
Oh no, it's not that big. It was now. Where was it? SOR Esports, and it was on Showcase TV. It was
Showcase TV. What channel's that?
It's on Sky.
Okay.
Showcase TV, SOR Esports 2020, and they were racing. Cool. The one I recorded was at Spa, and they were racing, as I said, on ACC. They do race on ACC. So it was, and I'll tell you who was commentating was David Edison, right, from Touring Car, and John Watson.
I'm just looking at their website now, SRO Esports Championship.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they John Watson as commentator, and David Edison, which I thought was quite a lineup for an esports.
Could you imagine if Motive got as big as this? Look at all the official partners down there: Fanatec, AWS, Pirelli, Audi.
Yeah.
Serious sponsorship.
Yeah.
I might do a bit of reading about them. So how the hell did they start up? They're focused on a set of calls.
Yeah. Well, I'm not moving over my spot in the commentary box for John Watson. He can he can do one.
Have you done a shorter qualifying session?
Should we just do 5 minutes? Because it's so long. Doing a formation that's just some people are incapable of grasping it. So
yeah, just do a 5-minute qualifying session.
Right, so we're going to another session. Yeah, I've got my invite.
And if you're going to a brand new set as both broadcaster and direct.
Yeah, will do.
Thank you, sir.
I think we're ready. Just need everyone to jump in.
Right, so this way round, I'm broadcaster and Mark's going to be race director, is he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Right, you're in charge of the buttons then, Mark.
No worries, mate. I can do that.
Cool.
Have we got an invite yet, Mark?
Coming through now. I'm just accepting it.
Okay, cool.
How many did we have before? Was it 15?
Something like that.
11, wasn't it? 11 qualified.
Delore and Vliga kept disconnecting the whole time. So,
That's Vliga that isn't here. Here he is. Right, I think we're ready to go. Right, let's have it.
stream is up, yeah?
Oh, got it. I've got it. Approval, yeah.
Yeah, we're streaming.
Are we?
Let me just change the thumbnail. It wasn't showing up. What? Where is it? It's a fucking disaster.
What, the stream or the...
No, well, yeah, everything, but Melted does is disconnected. I got my laptop now sat on like a big sort of ottoman next to my desk now. It's going nowhere near my desk. It's well out of the way.
Why? What happened? You knock it over?
It's got no battery. The battery came out, so it's just plugged in. So as soon as it unplugs, that's it. Game over.
Right.
You're good now, though, yeah?
Yeah, it's fine now.
Cool. Bit of stress for you.
Alright boys, I'll let you know. Should be about 10 seconds to load.
Thank you. It'd be great if you could do a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, action.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. If you've just joined us, or if you're joining us again, welcome to Motive Racing and the Clio Cup Tier 1 Championship Round 1 here at Monza Short. We've had a few technical problems this evening, but we're over all that now, and we're here and we're racing. My name's Kelly Davis, and I'm joined in the commentary box now by Martin Story, or otherwise known as X-Mart. Good evening, Martin.
Good evening, Kelly. Here we are. Lovely to be here with you, mate.
Yes, it is. As I say, we had a couple of technicals. We did say hello once already this evening, and you didn't see any of the action at that point either, had you? But
no.
Now you're able to see the action, and we're all moving forward and all cooking on gas now. We are, and excited about a new season.
Oh, absolutely. Here we go again. Season 7, right? Season 7 of Motive. The guys have been going a fair old time now, getting well established. What a great community they've pulled together and created. Some really quality drivers, some really quality people, and yeah, I'm super excited for the new championship, mate. Really am.
Yes, me too. And the Clio Cups are such a draw, because there's such a handful of a car to drive. These things, anybody who's got the game and played it and who's driven these cars will understand that they really are an absolute handful to drive, which makes for absolutely great close racing. So I'm certainly looking forward to a good evening's racing.
Yeah, that's what I love about the Clios. It is so close racing, super exciting. You and I'm sure we're going to be raising our blood pressure a little bit through this race and really getting into, I would say, 4 abreast, 5 abreast sometimes down the main straight here, coming into the first corner. But they're doing a couple of minutes here, a bit of practice, getting themselves warmed up, and super exciting, mate.
Yes, indeed, and a quick look at the format for this evening. This is a qualifying session because we are round 1, and round 1. So normally we run a sprint race is done on the reverse of the championship order. So next week they'll run in that, and this would normally be a practice session. But this is actually a qualifying session at the moment because we are round 1. So at the moment, it's Motoring Morgan with a 54.9 is the quickest man, but those times are going to start start tumbling like a fruit machine in just a few moments. As you can see, these guys tucking into the slipstream of each other. The slipstream around this Monza course is so incredibly important that they have to use it, really.
Yeah, they do, mate. Absolutely. It's going to be. I'll be doing a bit of bumper cam. You know, I like a bit of bumper cam, like you gave me that little tip a while back. You know, so you can see how close they get, and yeah, using the slipstream and trying not to knock each other off. I mean, this first corner here is, you know, they're coming down here. There'll be 3 abreast, 4 abreast coming into the corner, and trying to not knock each other off and get themselves ready for the next straight. Because as you say, you said this last time, didn't you? It's like a straight, a corner, a straight, and another corner. Really,
yeah,
at the end
that's
of the
it.
day.
Yeah.
And you know, people say, "Oh, it's a bit boring," but it's not with these cars. I mean, wow, they just get so close to each other. I think I was speaking to Laney a while back, and he's after the last race here, and he goes, "It's almost like drafting at a Daytona raceway." Do you know what I mean? Because you're doing so much drafting, as you said.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's a couple of things you wouldn't normally think of, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? You wouldn't think of Clios that we have to worry about slipstreaming and you know, getting into the tow and getting out of the tow, but it is so important. And I mean, this Monza short track is one of the ones where it's particularly important to get that slipstream. I tell you what I'm looking forward to, Mark, and I said this in when we did the Tier 2, that what I'm really looking forward to in this season is round number 4 on the calendar. Now, round number 4 is the Horse Thief Mile at Willow Springs. Have you driven that?
Well, we did that in the Megans, didn't we? And I fared fairly well in that in the touring cars in last season.
Right.
It's a pretty fast circuit, isn't it?
Yeah. No. The Horse Thief Mile is the short one. You're thinking the full Willow Springs.
I've not tried that.
Mate,
okay.
You're in for a treat. Go and try that. Go when you get 5 minutes. Go and race the Horse Thief Mile, and it's like a minute-long track, up and down, loads of corners, really fun. It's going to be a great thing. But we're already done with this session, and the Only G is your fastest man, 54.3 from the Only G. Laney in second place. Just a smidge behind him. I'll get the rest of the results on my screen just momentarily. There we go. The Only G is your man in the top slot. Laney MX5 is in second place. Lukey McShooty in third. DeHuis Rocker is fourth, and Fly is in fifth. Motoring Morgan sixth. Nick DeVilla seventh. John Boy in eighth. Delore in ninth. 10th will be Jay, and that's all I can see until Mark scrolls me down there. Down the order.
Sorry.
That's all right.
There we go. Cool.
Yeah, I can still. All I'm seeing on my screen is the top 10.
Who's got the blue button? I've only got return to race. I've got return to race control. Somebody else.
Do you see your own?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're lining up them now on the grid, so we just wait now while everyone just gets themselves together, last adjustments, so on and so forth, and readies up. They must remember to ready up, unlike myself, who's done it a few times where I've forgotten to ready up, and then you miss out of the session. So the finish of the order then, 11th place was Dan on Orthodub, Smoky Devil in 12th, and Andy is at the back of the grid with lots to do. But don't get too fooled by the qualifying order, because anything can happen with these little cars, and normally does. So stick around, and some great racing coming your way very shortly.
Yeah, they just get themselves ready, making a few last minute tweaks, check they've not put themselves onto wets and made a stupid move like that. We've all done it.
We've all done it.
Accidentally. So nerves will be kicking in. Here we go, beginning of the season, and hopefully I'll be able to try and do an Andy. I'm going to go mad on this one. Yeah. I'm going to get. Actually, I'll let you go. I'll let you lead on the first.
Am I going to have the first lap ramp? Okay. I'll do the first lap ramp. So just as we're getting involved, just like to just so we're sponsored on the. Are we syncing up? Oh no, we're just moving. We're sponsored now on the Clios, Silent Energy or Silent X Energy. I haven't googled it yet to have a look. It's drinks drinks company, a drink that's apparently calorie-free, sugar-free, but an energy drink, and all the same. So they're our sponsors. We're syncing up, ready to go. So here we go. The revs are going to rise. Lights go out. And we're away with racing. Nice even start at the front. Only G comes across to cover off Laney. Laney's moving over to look down the inside as they all start jostling position into turn 1. Little bit deep. Oh, and a whole load of them have gone deep and into the wall. I don't know who it was, but there was plenty of people crashing. Flies in there.
Motoring Morgan.
Morgan, yeah. Loads and loads of them.
John Boy got caught up in that, unfortunately. Here they go. There's the 4 or 5 of them now coming through off that. I'll get back to the front, mate. Crack on, back to G.
Yeah, and only G still in front. Lucy McShootie's moved in front of Laney, but they're all in very, very, very close company as they come round and into Parabolica. So it's the only G from Lucy McShootie. Laney's got Delore, I think that is, or DeHuis Rocker, I'm not sure which one. DeHuis Rocker all over the back of him, and Delore's just behind. No, it is Delore in 4th, I think.
DeHuis in 4th and Delore in 5th. Yeah,
Delore in 5th. Lots of Del's and L's and H's and all the rest of it. So that's lap 1 done. The only G locks a bit of brake. Luty McShootie keeping him very, very honest as they come through this little bit of the Mickey Mouse bit that connects the 2 tracks. So the 2 front guys starting to check out a little bit. In tier 2 we had the 2 front guys kind of checked out, and all the rest of the guys were jostling for 3rd place. But now you can see a huge gap all the way back after that first lap incident. So what are we, 1 to about 7 are still in this
this first group. 1 to about 8 in this first group. Yeah, there's 3 seconds separating 1st and 8th, and then we've got the second group 9 seconds behind. Unfortunately, they'll catch up. We've got a long way to go yet. 18 minutes left, so I'm sure that they'll make use of each other's slipstream, right? There'll be the double slip, right? You know, with
if they work together.
Yes.
If they all work together, they can move forward. But getting them to work together and not just try to pass each other, that's going to be the trick, really. So, as you can see, who have we got there? John Boy and Motoring Morgan and Dan, all there in a 3-car slip. And hopefully they're trying to work together to move forward.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure they're 5 seconds behind. Still fair way to go yet, and I think they've got a good chance of sort of grabbing the front runners pretty well. We've got some very capable drivers in there. You've got John Boy, of course, who's absolutely superb driver. Motoring Morgan, another great driver. Don't know about your Dan.
He's all right.
No,
he's good on the roof.
Spot on. He's spot on, to be fair, and very, very capable driver. I mean, a lot of people realise that yes, it's a sim game. Yes, it's it's a game, but it takes a lot. It takes a lot of focus. A lot of energy. A lot of energy. You come out of the seat at the end of the race and
sweating. Absolutely. I often do. Yes.
So hats off to anybody who does this, right? It's absolutely, it's hard work. So fair play, and a lot of focus and energy required. So anyway, let's get back to the front. So Luty's got ahead of G, but it doesn't. I mean, at this stage, it doesn't really matter because it's such close racing, right? Look, G's gone ahead of Luty, so it's crisscrossing at this stage. So this group at the front are literally neck and neck, right? So Laney's down in 5th, but it again makes no diff, right? There's literally 0.6 seconds between 1st and 5th.
Yes, the top 5 are certainly in very, very close company. As you see, we're going to go forward breast into turn 1 here. There could be upsets. They're all round pretty cleanly. And I say that, and that's I don't know who that was, but they've
Laney. No, he wasn't. It was Delore and DeHuis Rocker had a little bit of a a little bit of a get together. It's like with these cars. Once you hit the car, almost like you get sucked together, almost like magnets.
Yeah, you're quite right. Yeah, they very much are. Still at the front, the only G and Luty McShootie still going at it. Laney's still there in 3rd. The other guys dropped back a little bit with that little incident into turn 2 or whatever it was.
But Andy's made his way up. Well, sorry to interrupt, mate. I was just going to say Andy has suddenly made his way up.
Actually, hasn't he?
We've missed him. He's a man to be reckoned with. I tell you, that guy. I've seen him so many times filling my rear view mirrors with his lights, sort of, you know, peering up closer and closer. You know, I do sometimes get a bit nervous when I see Andy coming up behind me, as well as I do when I see your Dan. Two very, very capable drivers. So
absolutely, these young uns, what they like, eh?
These young uns, you know. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, the groups, the back end group are getting closer now to the front end group. It looks like there's 3 groups now. You've got the front end from 1st to 6th, then you've got a middle tier group with Smoky Devil and WRSC, and then the 3rd group with John Boy and your boy Dan. So yeah, I'm sure that they'll all bunch back up together at some point.
Yes, indeed, and I mean this is the first race. We've got a feature race to come a bit later on this evening as well. Just having a quick look in the chats on YouTube, and BT, all right, Martin Cal, yeah, we're very well, thank you, BT.
All right, BT.
Good luck to all those on track. Great to see you got a sponsor getting involved now as well. Yes, absolutely. And then goes on to say a bit later, come on, Laney. Looks like Dan's caught up. Come on, Dan. JR sim racing. I was fat before I sim raced. Well, I am still fat, but yes, I do sweat a little bit behind the behind the wheel. JR's obviously using it as a bit of a lockdown workout. Yeah, absolutely. Keep those comments coming in. Keep the comments coming in, and I'm gonna throw this one out to you, like I did the Tier 2 commentary boys. Andy and Daniel joined me in the commentary box for the Tier 2 Clios this evening. Look out for the Magic Ambulance this evening. The Magic Ambulance that keeps disappearing and appearing. Okay.
Right, I'll look out for that one, mate.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
And I'll leave that out to everyone else on the stream at the moment. Some of you may have heard me point this out earlier today on the Tier 2s, but if you see it, give us a comment in the chat if you see the...
there it is.
Yeah, you've seen it. Did you see it appear?
I did just see it appear, mate. Yeah. There, it's gone now.
It's gone. Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you, just coming back to the sponsorship, and I saw that today on Discord. I think that's fantastic. Fantastic for Motive, fantastic for the sponsor as well.
Yeah.
I did like the tagline to see that, you know, it's a drink made by racers, and I think that's great, because you do need your energy coming back to the point when you're in these seats, and I'm not a massive Coke drinker, but you know, there's a lot of sugar in that, right? And that does get you going. You just do need a bit of energy, especially blokes of our age, mate. Let's be honest. You know.
Mate, I don't know. I don't go down the road of energy drinks, I'm afraid. I'm a cup of tea man myself, you know.
That's 3 sugars, 2 sugars. What you want?
Yeah, just the one, my friend. Just the one sugar these days. Yeah, I don't tend to do energy drinks. It's a little bit.
No, I don't. I just thinking you do need your energy when you're racing these cars. Because you can soon lose it. I mean, I'll tell you times when I've been like up the front, my leg started shaking.
Yeah.
A through nerves, B through just the intensity of it, and C just through energy. Really, to be honest, lack of energy.
Sorry, mate. As we saw Luty McShuey get in front of G, and then they tagged each other, and G's backed right off and let him through. Obviously knew that was... he felt like that was his fault, because he backed right out of that and let Luty through, which made only G go back to 6th with that. So it's now Delore is your man in front, but Luty McShuey got past, and G just gave him a little bit of tap, and G obviously felt like he needed to give that place back, which he did, quite rightly. Lots of gentleman-like racing here on Motive. So just going back to what you were saying, Matt, Mark, it was I don't know those feelings you had about what you were saying, because I'm never out front, so I haven't been in that position, so I can't comment on it.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Well, it's very nerve-wracking, to be honest. I don't think.
Sorry, mate.
Bit of a knock together.
Yeah.
It was Luty again, unfortunately.
Luty again.
Just getting a bit,
trying to get back on it.
Heated. Then we're getting a bit heated. Nothing major, but it is very close racing, but everybody's very respectful. Yeah, I mean, and maybe a little bit of lack of concentration by Lucy there. Laney seems to be pretty solid at the moment, but Delory's found himself up at the front for the first time, I believe. And Andy's got himself up into fourth. He's well and truly in the mix here with this group of six.
Yes, indeed. And you're quite right. This group of six, all together on track here, all going for the race win, and every one of them could have the race win. As Andy's very much, he was at the back of the grid. He didn't put a qualifying time in. As G goes in deep, locks a brake there, goes back door handle with Luty again. Or is that? I think it is Luty, isn't it? There's two cars in the blue livery there, and it's you got to pick out which one's which. But as you see these guys all slip into a slipstream mode here, as they all go single file as they come down this straight to try and keep in the slipstream, so they don't lose any momentum. These cars aren't particularly powerful, so every little bit helps. As you can see, who's that? Delore going wide. Luty McShooty is right beside him there.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to go onto the bumper cam to have a look at a bit of close racing here, mate. Let's go back a little bit.
Yeah,
as you can see how close the cars are.
Yeah,
that's the one. Here we go. Slightly
look at G. Look at him
the
gaining.
G. He's got a bit of a run here, hasn't he? Look at that. Oh, he's just come between these two guys here. Very nice bit of space left between them there. It's gone tucked in behind Delory there. Let's go back to Laney. Just going slightly way off track there. Nothing major. I don't think he's got any penalty from that. But this is great when you're seeing this close racing. It really is, mate. Back to you.
Yes, indeed. Just looking through some of the comments. Formula Stew, evening all. Formula Stew. Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Stew.
Yeah, he's not racing this evening. He's sorry he's not racing. We're sorry too. The more the merrier. And JR Sim Racing. Yorkshire Tea all the way. Yeah, absolutely. It isn't a bad cuppa, but I'm not a big fan of strong teas. I like kind of weak ones, really.
Not a builder's tea. You like a builder's tea? Come on,
not
little
too,
bit. Get it strong.
No, I don't like it too strong. You stand your spoon up, and that's just bloody
my
disgusting.
wife makes the best cup of tea. I said every time there's something different when somebody else makes you a cup of tea apart from yourself. She does a great cuppa. There's my wife. Me being a northerner as well.
Yeah.
The guy just said about Yorkshire tea. Massive thumbs up to you. Massive thumbs up to you.
Yes,
oh, hang on a minute. WRSG just had a little bit of a spin there.
Yeah, that's taking him right back.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. These guys have dropped off a fair bit now, back from Smoky Devil. They're 11 seconds off the pace. We've got 7 minutes left of this sprint. I mean,
and we've lost Laney, haven't we? We've lost Laney. He's disconnected.
Has he disconnected? Oh,
I know he has, because he said it in the chat.
He's had a few disconnections recently. He needs to sort out his ISP.
Absolutely. Sounds nasty, doesn't it? You can get cream for that. If you've got problems with your ISP, sort it out. Put a cream on it.
Absolutely. Here we go again. So G's gone back up into the lead. It's a shame he got disconnected, because obviously he's clearly in this top group, and the sprint is, from a points perspective in the championship, is as important as the feature at the end of the day. The more that you can get up into the firsts and the seconds and the thirds, gives you every chance of leading right the way through. If I look back to my touring car, I won 2 races in that season, and I got a bunch. I think I got a couple of 2s, 1, 3, and the rest of them were 6s and 7s. Played 6th and 7th place, and you start to lose a lot of points when you get in the 6s and 7s. But if you can get first, second, third in sprint, is as good as in the feature. So every race and every position counts, right, for the championship.
Absolutely, and it depends on what your game is, isn't it? And if it's a long game and you're fighting for a championship, then consistency is key. Not take too many risks and bring it home. So it's you've got to be. You've got to be consistent. You've got to be picking up big points all the time, really. So definitely the way to go.
I'll do the at the end. I'll do the finishing lap on this one, like you did the start of this race. I'll do the finish and get everybody over the line, you know, see whoever, and we'll flip round for the next race. I'll do the start and you can do the end. How about that, mate?
Yeah,
how about that for a bit of teamwork, eh?
Yeah, sounds absolutely fine.
Sharing is caring.
Something like that, absolutely. Just looking back in the comments again, JR Sim Racing, that's why he married her, 100%. Is that the case, Mark? Is that why you married her? Yorkshire tea?
Well,
the way she makes tea.
I met her in my dad's pub, actually, up in Andy will know this. Up in Edgware, actually, which is not far from where we live. Yeah, don't start singing.
I was humming that tune. Did you get that, Mark? Did you get that?
No, I didn't. I didn't get any of that.
My missus is looking at me like I've lost the plot. I mean, she does that, to be fair, quite a lot. But I was just humming the R tune thing as you started going into your story. I think it's lost now.
I see.
If you have to explain your jokes, they're usually lost.
Yeah, you do. No, but met her at my dad's pub, and she's a lovely lady, absolutely fantastic. But she does make a great cup of tea.
Well, when I come round yours, I'll expect a great cup of tea from the wife.
Mate.
Sorry, what's the wife's name, Mark?
Wendy. Lovely Wendy.
Yeah. Wendy, would she be watching, or is she not into this?
No, she's not. I did give my kids actually the stream for my last race for the touring car, and they actually did watch a bit. And Dan was commentating, and Dan they got all excited when what they typed. Dan repeated what they typed. He goes, "Oh, Dan said blah 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 blah." So I'm like, "Yeah, Dan's a mate of mine, you know." But bless her, no, she doesn't. I come in there, running into the room, and say, "I got second or I got first," and she goes, "Oh,
that's nice, love."
Yeah. So, but yeah, she's happy in the fact that I'm happy. Let's put it that way.
Oh well, that sounds great. That sounds great.
Let's get back to the racing, mate.
Yes, absolutely, because we're 3 minutes short of the end. Our man, the only G, seems to have it a little bit more under control now, the top four are just behaving themselves at the moment. Top three in close company.
Top three looks like they've made a bit of a gap now. Looks like they're pulling out. It's going to be, unless they don't make any mistakes, it's going to be one of these three, I would hazard a guess, even at this early stage. But I don't want to put a mocker on anybody. You know, the commentator's curse, as they call it, mate.
Yep. It's very strong, the commentator's curse. Yes, many drivers
The force is with you, Kelly.
Yes, it is. Yes, feisty. The forces with the commentating for sure. I was going to do a Yoda impression then. My impression's really good. Hang on.
That's right.
Oh, the feisty one she is.
The feisty one.
Feisty one is.
That was in.
That was terrible. That was right up there with my Sean Connery. That was. You know, so absolutely, mate. Yeah. With the Clios thy will be slow. I don't know about you, but I have Radio 2 on I'm showing my age now. I have Radio 2 on in the workshop, and Steve Wright in the afternoon. To be fair, the guy does my head in, right? But he has to explain his impressions before he does them, and I think that's the best way to do impressions when you can't actually do any, you know. So make sure you explain it first, and then people know what you're on about.
Absolutely right. Here we go. Last minute and a half now. We are down to 1 minute 20 seconds, and we've got the G. It's going to be an exciting close finish between these two. It is.
Andy's looking very racy indeed.
Yes, you can see he's ready to pounce on the back end of De Huis Rocker. I still think that's an awesome name. That
we'll have to find out what that's about.
Yeah, absolutely. But the G can't just. Oh, De Huis Rocker got really close there to the back of the G.
Yeah, look at Andy coming down the inside.
He's coming on the inside here.
Yep.
Look at him. You've got to try and get as much of a toe here, and he's managed to get in front of De Huis. So Andy up into second place here now. 45 seconds. How much is left? Looks like this is probably going to be the last lap. It's all or nothing. Here we go. Let's keep our eyes on the front here. Don't take our eyes off here. Oh, De Huis has gone wide. Here we go. Now it's down to Andy and G. Oh my God! Here we go. Classic. This is what I want to see. There we go. Let's see how this goes. He's going to get as much of a toe on him as possible.
Yeah.
Let's see if G can keep his composure down on the straight here. Here we go. G's
Yes, indeed.
Ahead. It's 3/10 ahead now, so Andy's coming up behind. Can he get a toe out to get himself behind? It might be a bit of a struggle now.
Yeah,
we
I
shall
think
see
he's done.
how much of a struggle. Here we go. It feels like he's pulling up a little bit by the looks of it. He is definitely making a bit of a go on him here. Here we go. Getting quite close to the line. It's going to be very, very close, but it looks like G's taken the win with Andy in second place. DeHuis Rocker in third place. Let's go back. Delore just coming over the line now. Luton McShooty just coming onto the straight to complete. He's just finished. John Boy finishes in sixth place. Motory Morgan looks like he's just look at Dan and Motory Morgan so close. Oh, Dan unfortunately got 8th place there, but still a good work from him. Can't pronounce Villegrica. 8. Smoky Devil coming through on the park straight here. WSJ and Nick the Villa coming up the rear end. Said the actress to the bishop. Sorry.
Yeah. Not. Yeah. It's all good, but it's all good. So that was your race one of the first round for the tier 2 of the Clios, and it's the only G that is the man who manages to get through the melee and bring it home. Andy, got to be said, from the back of the grid into second, excellent drive. Bit between his teeth for sure. DeHuis Rocker in there in third place, last man on the podium. Delore in 4, Luty McShooty in 5, John Boy 6, Motoring Morgan come back in 7th because he was way down as well. On Orthodubs, Daniel, he was towards the back as well, come back to 8th. Vliga, or Fly as he's like to be called. He's the brother. He's the brother of Delore, but he does like to be called Fly, so I can pronounce Fly, so I tend to call him that. And Smoky Devil was your man rounding up your top 10. We go again in a minute, so stick around, don't go far. We go again with qualifying for the feature race. Feature race is a bit longer and it's going to have a mandatory pit stop. So please keep the comments coming. We got 17 people watching and only 9 likes. I haven't done it myself yet, so let me press that button.
I'm going to do that myself.
Yeah,
exactly.
So I've just brought it up to 10. Mark's going to put on number 11.
To 11.
Yep.
Come on, guys, hit that like button. Please
hit
do
that
it.
Like
the guys love it. The guys love it. They get
guys
excited.
from Motive, they love it. They do. They get so excited about it. We chatted about it in tier 2, and they just so happy to have these likes. So, do these guys a favour. If that's what they get off on, just press the like button. Can't be difficult, can it?
Better still, send your finger.
Yeah, better still. We're up to 12 likes now. That's excellent. Well done. Better still, hit the subscribe button and go on Facebook and join all the rest of it on there. Facebook, Instagram, go on the website, all sorts of things like that. So we will move on into the feature race very, very shortly. Our very good friends over on Simplay later this week are doing a 2.4 of Le Mans. Are you doing that one, Mart?
What? To remind me which day, mate?
I think it's one one is running Wednesday and one runs Thursday.
Are we not live now, by the way?
Are we not?
We're still live, guys.
We are still live. So do not swear. We are live on Motive. Do not swear.
Join us in a few moments, guys, for the feature race.
Yeah, I did that bit, Andy. Good race, that.
Did you? Oh.
Yeah, I did.
Very good racing.
Oh, yeah, I did that. Join us for the feet. I've done this all before, Andy. Now, don't worry.
Can you?
Right, cool.
Are we no longer live now?
Yep, we're off now, boys.
Do us a favour when you do that, Andy. Just let us know you're off live, then we can swear.
But to be fair, you didn't really give him a chance to fade out. You kind of
that's what I mean. I didn't really think there was like a cut-off point. Like there was
there was no fade out. You kind of went from that's the end, and then
I was kind of waiting for like a route in, and I was just. Oh, that's not great.
Well, as we have no cues, we just keep talking, you know.
Yeah.
Just leave a massive break.
Will do.
We'll do that next time.
Because basically, what I've got is I've got about a 10-second delay from when you speak to when your stream finishes, and then I've got to wait until your stream fades out on my computer, at which point then I can click out. So it's about 10 seconds.
Okay,
yeah,
well next time...
Otherwise you end up... Yeah, go on, Kelly.
Next time I'll give a natural end to it, alright?
Yeah, stop talking, Kelly, for fuck's sake. Jesus Christ. You're you can't fucking shut him up. Half I was bad.
I feel like I don't have to be here to be insulted. You know, I can go anywhere for that.
we aren't live, are we?
No.
We're on
I hope not, because Mark's being potty mouth now.
What the fuck was turn 1?
What was turn 1? Well, you didn't quite see it.
Yeah.
I was minding my own business on the outside, and next thing you know,
it's easily done though, isn't it, Dan?
It was just a wall of Clios, and I'm just like, what the hell? What's going on?
Easily done with this.
So somebody overshot turn 1 and took all of you with them, didn't they?
Oh, I was on the outside. I was going to try and muscle my way around the outside, but by the time I got there, you had John Boy in the wall, Morgan in the wall, I think you had Lee Gurk in the wall, Nick DeVita in the wall. I was just like, what the hell?
Is whatchamacallit still fully out, as in Laney? Does anyone need to send him an invite? Let me just send him a message.
I'll invite him in, Mark. You can.
Yeah, I'll do it. It's a shame he got disconnected.
It is.
Indeed.
What was frustrating me as well was I was trying to use John Boy and Vliga to try and get back to the pack. I was not trying to overtake him, I was just following them and pushing them. And then Liga started making moves and started overtaking, and I was like, mate, you don't want to be overtaking, you want to be working as a team.
Yeah, well, we were talking about it. We were talking about it on stream and wondered if you, because there was a train of about 3 of you, trying to look like you were working to slipstream. Do you know what I mean? And you know, yeah, looked like you were trying to catch up the rest of the pack. You know?
Yeah.
I've unfortunately invited Laney to the bloody chat accidentally. So, how do you get people out of the chat? So we'll do that.
Get them out.
Kurt is the host. You'll do that.
Make sure time progression sometimes too.
It's a good thing that you won, G, because if you hadn't, then I would have said something at the end there about Smithy. I would have said, well, not about you, about Smithy.
Yeah,
it's a good thing that you won that race. Good thing that you won.
Yeah, whatever.
Right, let's see that.
Have you set all the weathers and everything?
Yeah, doing that now.
This is going to be chaotic.
Where'd you get the music from? The music on the pre-stream stuff is really good, actually. How'd you get that?
Rip it off the internet.
Gets it together. I don't know. I'm running his playlist at the minute.
It's really good.
I like the songs he plays.
Yeah.
I never listened to it.
It's not your cup of tea, is it?
No. I like the Foo Fighters.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. And many other things, but
ABBA.
Yeah.
ABBA. I do like ABBA. You're quite right, Dan. Big ABBA fan.
Oh, I love a bit of ABBA. Love a bit of ABBA with the karaoke.
No, Dolly Parton on karaoke. Jolene.
Nah.
Done it in Lanzarote. It wasn't pretty.
Really? Oh, you gotta do it.
Lanzarote or you're singing?
Me either. Either was a bit of a car crash. You know me, Dan. I can't sing.
That's true.
Yeah, I can't.
I reckon Dan can sing.
No, he can't.
No, I can't.
No, he can't.
No?
He sings about as well as his father drives.
Badly then.
Yeah, exactly.
I assume we're not streaming yet.
Not yet, I don't think.
No, it will be in a sec, guys. I'll count you in.
Do a
give it 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, give it 10. Give it 10 from now.
Oh, I nearly put wets on.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, action.
And welcome back. Oh, sorry, I came across you there, Kelly.
first trip over of the evening.
Absolutely. I was going to say welcome back to everybody, and we're just about to kick off the qualifying for the feature race of 15 minutes. Sorry, I cut across you there, Kelly. I thought I'd say the first few words.
Oh well, okay, and we'll see how that's going to work, don't we, in the future? When we go to hospitality after we come out of the commentary box, you'll obviously be first in the queue, won't you, pushing your way through? Welcome back, Marts. As you're quite right, we are now into the 15-minute qualifying session for the feature race this evening. The feature race will be having a mandatory pit stop, normal format, as we normally have for the Clio Cups and for a lot of the Project Cars games. So, excuse me, I just the wind. That was because I've just drunk a Coca-Cola, and you shouldn't. What you should do is drinking a Silent Energy drink, who are, funnily enough, sponsoring the Clio Cup this year. So that's what you should be drinking, not Coke Zero like I am. So apologise for my little bit of wind.
I think I might go and get myself a Coke myself in a second. You got me all wanting one. Looks like we're now going into later on in the day. Obviously the race before was at around about 2 o'clock, and we're going into the dusk here. You can see the shadows on the track, and that's going to make the track temperatures a bit colder, might make it a bit more slippier for the drivers. So it should be quite interesting right the way through, and we're probably going to have full lights on for the race. It was G who won the qualifying for the sprint, wasn't it? With Laney second. Unfortunately, Laney's not with us. So it'll be interesting to see where G ends up. Obviously, we had a close race in the sprint, right? G just pipped it from Andy. Andy did a great job to come from the back up the way through to second place. Do you want to put your money on anyone on this race, Kelly?
Oh God, it's Clio Cup. It could be anybody, absolutely anybody, and we have such great close racing with the Clios that probably feel if I was a betting man, which I'm not normally, then my money would be probably on the only G. But you know, Andy, Motoring Morgan, Dan, Nick De Villa, Delore, John Boy, all more than capable, and everybody on the field more than capable of taking a win in these cars. As we see the time starting to tumble, we're into the 54s, the low 54s again. So yes, I mean, for yourself, Mark, are you anybody your favourite? Your boy is out at the moment.
Boy is out, so I can't do it.
Out.
Yeah, that's right. You know, I think Andy did a great job. I put my money on Andy, to be honest. He's got his bit between the teeth on this one, so I'm going to go for Andy on this one. But there's some great drivers, as you were quite rightly say, a very, very good bunch, capable drivers. Anyone can do it, but we've got to put our money on someone. Go to the betting shop. If there was a Ladbrokes for Motive Racing, let's go down there and put a bet down.
Now there's an idea. Maybe we should run the Motive book. You know. Yeah, a couple of wagers and whatever. I think that I think without some sort of license that might be illegal. I'm not sure, yeah, we could run the Motive book, couldn't we? We'll do a fantasy Motive league, couldn't we?
That's
as well,
a good one. So we could do a fantasy one. There's nothing stopping us from doing that, actually.
Yeah. I'm just an ideas man. I'm not. I'm just here I'm just here as a subcontractor. I'm not part of the management team at Motive. The management
filling in the gaps.
Yeah, I'm just a hired help.
Mate.
Just gob on a stick. That's all I am. So
when you get to our age, we're on the scrap heap, bud. We're ready to go. Leave it to the young uns.
Yeah, that's it. Leave it to the young uns. The management team at Motive might think that a fantasy league might be a good idea. I did throw in one of the last season races about a Motive quiz, but yeah, that kind of didn't such a great reaction. So there won't be any motive quiz anytime soon. But it's
a motive karaoke.
Motive karaoke. Well, yeah, all the best ABBA hits, couldn't we? You know, so on and so forth. So we could do. You never know. I would like to see. There's quite a few touring car fans within the motive community, and we're certainly I did have tickets for Thruxton, but it's very unlikely that I'm going to go there. Me and Dan usually go every year, but unlikely we're going to go. But we are talking about going to Donington, and I know some of the guys are close to Donington. Might even have a motive stroke Simplay meetup, maybe. You never know. Might be something for the future.
Absolutely. You were saying before about the 24-hour, well, obviously not 24-hour, but 2.4-hour, whatever it is. What day is that?
Wednesday and Thursday. That's on Simplay Motorsport, which, again, for those of you who are new to any of this, Simplay Motorsport is another sim racing channel, which are very friendly here with Motive. We're all a lot of the guys who race here also race on Simplay, and vice versa, and so on and so forth. And this week on Simplay, they are in a break of their normal GT3 categories that run on a Wednesday and a Thursday, and doing a one-off 2.4 of Le Mans. I've signed up to race the GTEs on the Thursday, and I will be commentating on the Wednesday, as I believe. I don't know if there's still spaces or whatever, but it's LMP1, LMP2 and GTE on that one.
I'll have a look. I'll have a think with work. I might have to try and work it out. Yeah, I'd love to do that sort of length of race. That's real focus. Yeah,
well, the crazy guys on Simplay did a 24-hour back around Christmas time.
That.
Yeah, nuts. Absolutely nuts. Of course, there's lots of good racing all the way through the week. Motive have got lots. As we see someone in the background going into the tyre wall and then went into the pits. I don't know who that was.
Didn't see that.
No, there's lots of championships that run on Motive. They've got ACC, Formula One on the Formula One 2020 game, ACC Assetto Corsa on that game, and Project Cars 2 with various different categories. I tend to talk about the ones I commentate on, which because we know what they're about. Of course, it's the new season of Touring Car this Sunday, so I'm looking forward to that. I don't believe that Motive Racing have got themselves a title sponsor for Touring Car, although I keep offering them a sponsor. But we haven't finished talks yet. It's it's like a Lewis Hamilton contract. This is, do you know what I mean? To try and try and get a sponsorship deal on the table for touring cars on Sunday nights. But I'm sure we'll get there in a minute.
Well, yeah, absolutely. You never know. I might even speak to my company and see what they might want to do about it. You never know. We shall see. But I mean, just in terms of the
first, I got first dibs on touring car. First dibs on touring car.
On touring car.
I'm pushing my way first through for the first word on that one, please.
Maybe we'll do Formula Renault.
I
mean, just talking about all the different car championships that are on. Yes, obviously we've got Clio's, we've got the touring cars on Sunday, we've got the Formula Renault on Saturday, which I'm in. Absolutely, I started off hating those cars. I'm actually starting to really love them now.
I love them. Yeah. Great car.
GT3, of course. I can't remember which day. If that's still on Sunday before.
On ACC, I believe so. Yeah.
But yeah, just go to motiveracing.com and you can see the list and sign up for a bit of a sprint out there from.
John Boy, was it?
Not sure it's John Boy, because this particular view is quite difficult to work out who's who when you're coming down the straight.
It is a long view, isn't it?
It is a long view, buddy. We've got 5 minutes left here, just to give a recap for everybody around the times at the moment. We've got Motoring Morgan, who's currently leading with a 54.278.
Who's that? That was G, I think.
I think so. Everybody has
it was. That was
straight
G.
to the pit there. Yeah, he had a bit of a slider there. Quite easy to do. Oh.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, so just having a quick look at the comments. JR Sim Racing, fantastic job on comms. Yes, well, thank you, JR. Much appreciated. It's a little bit of appreciation, and we're doing our best. Talking rubbish as usual. We're in the pits with the only G at the moment. He's not. Oh yes, he's got 4 minutes yet, so he can still go out for another try if he wants to. So it's Motoring Morgan is your top man at the moment on a 54.2. Looking at the only G, who I was backing this evening, he's down in. I looked at him; he was down in 6. I'm like, what is he messing around at? But 6th place is only 2/10 off the pole time. Your top 11 is 3/4 of a second in your top 11 people.
That is the time.
Crazy, isn't it?
As we've been saying, isn't it? It's absolutely crazy. Sorry, I got this pulled away by my daughter there. I said, I'm live on Motive, don't interrupt me. You know, would you like to speak to the world?
Doesn't have these problems, does he?
He doesn't have these problems in his, yeah, exactly. But no, she said, how long are you going to be till you walk the dog? I said half an hour at least.
Poor old dog's crossing his legs for a minute. The dog will have to wait.
The crossing his legs, absolutely. But here we go. 3 minutes remaining. Coming back to the list, we've got Motor Monk. He's gone into the pit. Maybe he thinks he's done enough.
Done enough. What do we got on time? I can't. 3 minutes. So if he wants to go again, he can do. He would have to get out. Give it another minute, and he'd have to get out. He was. If he's gone back to the pits, it's probably all resetted. If you played this game before, like we have, you'll know that it'll take some moment before you can ready and go out again. So we might see Motoring Morgan. We've got someone going really slowly, warming those tyres. You think that's going to help? Good luck.
Well, I hope it doesn't mess up the people who's coming up behind him.
Yeah, he's got out of the way now, whoever it is.
Yeah, and your boy Dan's here. Let's see what he comes up with. He's in 3rd place at the moment. Let's see what he comes around in on this one.
There.
He's gone a bit wide there. Sorry, Dan. You probably heard me talk there. Sorry, man.
So you flick off him before he has a crash.
Exactly. But yes, we've got. Let's just run through to Motoring Morgan, Delore. Your boy Dan's got 3rd. Let's see if he can get a nice clean. And Andy's suddenly come up. He was in last place. He's running a stormer of a lap. A 54.384 in 5th place. Just 1/10. I mean, look at it. 1/10 off the rest, and he's in 5th place. It's just so tight. It's just unbelievable. These cars. So yes, let's see where we got Melted Dazzler in 6th place. We've got the G back in 7th.
He's still in the pits. He's still sitting there in the pits. To be fair, 7th place here. Pole position isn't the most important place to be.
No.
In this, obviously, the closer to the front, the better. As we saw in the first race, the mid pack, somebody had a bit of an incident in the mid pack and took out all the back half of the mid pack, took them all to the wall. So yes, it's better to be out front and out of trouble, but 7th place, well, anywhere on the grid is possible to win today. So
yeah, absolutely.
So
it looks like has Nick the Villa come up from Tier 2 from last year?
Yes, he has. Yeah,
I think he has actually. Yeah, he's certainly improving season on season. I've been on a few sort of test lobbies with him when we were practicing actually for Willow Springs for the touring car last season. He was very handy, very handy, isn't it, the Villa?
Yeah. He's. I was trying to think at the beginning if he had come up from Tier 2, and I know he has because we rubbed door handles at Suzuka in the Clios. In the Clios last season, I rubbed door handles. He rubbed door handles as he was going past me, and off he went to.
Look how close these cars are getting here. It's just so close.
If you're on bumper cam now, you could probably see through the back window and read the speedo of the car in front, can you?
Absolutely, mate. And so we're now coming up to qualifying complete now.
Yeah, just those guys who are left on track now. So
that's right. See if your boy Dan. Let's have a little watch of him.
Yeah, he's in this slip, in this group here, isn't he? That's being run, that's being headed up by John Boy. John Boy's the man making the slipstream. Are they all going to work together here? I don't know who that is on the outside. Oh, Daniel goes to the inside on Parabolica.
He's done well there. He's done well there.
Absolutely.
Andy's in this group as well. He's got a chance. Let's see. Will we foot to the floor, pedal to the metal. There we go. Let's see what happens here. See if anyone improves. No improvement, no change in the positions there. Absolutely. There we go. Do you want to read out where we are?
Well, Wiegler is in first, or Fly as he likes to be called. He's the quickest man on a 54 tuning. Quite seen the 53s this evening, but we were close to him. Motor Morgan in second, just 7/1000th behind. In second place, Delore in third place, and Unorthodox in fourth. Tehuis Rocker is fifth, Andy in sixth, seventh is Melted Dazzler, the only G in eighth. Luty McShooty is in ninth. 10th place is John Boy, who rounds out your top 10. We'll be going to the race very, very shortly. In the feature race, we have a pit stop in this one, a mandatory pit stop, 38 lap race. And we're night time now, so lights are on. I don't know when the pit window opens. I'm not sure when the pit window opens, but if I find out,
we'll keep our eyes open for that when we start people coming in. It's probably going to be
lap 13.
Lap 13, we've just been reliably informed. So lap 13 onwards for your mandatory pit stop. Everyone's got to take.
Sorry, lap 12 even.
Lap 12.
Sorry,
that's all right. Lap 12, 13. Well, it's all close enough. Lap 12, so your mandatory pit stop. You don't have to change anything, but you do have to come in and make that stop. So they don't have to change tyres or refuel or anything like that, but you do have to come in and make that stop. That is mandatory from lap 12 onwards. Lap 12 all the way to the end. So watch out for some people going longer than others. It's going to mix up the pack, being such a short lap. You'll have people out of position and so on and so forth. So so for the win, Mart, let's have a prediction for the win from you.
Well, I already said, mate, Andy was for me.
Andy's your man, is he?
I made that. Andy's my man, yeah. And you?
I'm going to go with G. Yeah, I'm going to go with the only G.
With G.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Got it. Let's see. So I'll kick off the race on this one. And you called Vilegriki was Fly, did you say?
Call him Fly.
You called him?
Vliga.
Got it.
Vliga is, I think, is the way to pronounce it. Him and Delore are brothers. They're both from Belgium. Was it Belgium? Or are they Dutch?
Sounds like a Dutch name, but then there's a lot of commonality in certain parts. So Vliga. Okay, no problem. Here we go. We're ready to start syncing up, and the lights will very soon be going. Here we go. And it's go! We've got Vliga, who's just taken off there, and Delore has managed to get himself up into second place. Your man Dan is coming up in third. Let's see if he gets a clean. He's done a great move there by Dan. Great move there by Dan. Fantastic move.
Beautiful.
And he's managed to get himself up into fourth place with Delore up in fifth. And there's a little bit of tussling going on. There we go. Melted Dazzler's now moved back down to seventh. Ace is getting himself down the list, unfortunately. But your man Dan is still well and truly in the lead. Over to you, Kelly.
Yes, indeed. Cracking good start from Daniel there. He's certainly getting the hang of this Monza short track after a couple of seasons ago being on his roof. Did you see him trying to break the toe as he was coming down the straight? Because that's the key now, is to try and get away. The last time out, at the end of season 6, Daniel took the win here at the Monza short, and he was managed to break the toe and get away from everyone else. But at the moment, he hasn't broke that toe because Fly is looking around the outside of him. Going to have a crack in turn 1 as we go 3 abreast in turn 1. Oh, they get very close, but Daniel stays there. We got Fly,
Great
Daniel
driving.
and Motor Morgan, all with the green and white kind of livery, certainly from the front. So it's a little bit difficult. Yeah, Daniel stays in the run. He goes across, trying to break that toe.
Break the toe.
Yeah,
good move.
As everyone else, as you can see, that the whole pack is still very, very close as we come down the long straight and into Parabolica.
great to see with the lights. Actually, you get a bit more of a view, don't you, in the evening on this one? But a great driving from Dan. Great start. I think, what was he, in third place, wasn't he, off the start? And he managed to pull
I think he was fourth, actually. I think Delore pipped him to the...
Fantastic.
Yeah, cracking good start. We'll have to go back at some point, look stream back and watch how he
see him
managed to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. If you can catch the lights really perfectly on this one. Got to be so careful you don't get yourself a penalty drive through. Ooh, a little bit of a tap there from Melted Dazzler on DeLorean Melted Dazzler. The G's right in between this group here of 5-6 drivers, all giving each other a little bit of respect on around that little nick of a corner there. But back up to the front, we've got Dan and Motoring Morgan. Interesting that Vliegers, actually, who was in first and second, didn't see. He must have had a bit of tap somewhere.
He went wide on Parabolica last lap, which is, as you can see, has done him no good. Where's he ended up? Seventh.
Seventh place.
Yeah, absolutely. So a little bit wide, just ruined his momentum a little bit, but. He a long way to go yet. It's only 5 laps to go yet, and a pit stop.
Absolutely.
So it's all to play for.
Hope my dog can hold it in.
So do I. Otherwise, it's going to be a little puddle, and the dog's going to be, and Wendy's going to be angry, and it just doesn't.
Mate, absolutely.
It just doesn't bear thinking about right now. But
absolutely.
Daniel and Morgan have checked out a little bit now. They've gapped Delore by nearly 4 seconds now. They're still fighting amongst themselves. Flicker lights from all of them. I don't know if they're just flashing their lights at each other or flashing them at us to say that we're talking about them. I don't know. But as they come round Parabolica for the 4th time, they're still very close. The only G has made a couple of places as we've been chit-chatting. He was 5th or 6th just a minute ago, as we last spoke about him. He's back into 3rd. That'll make Dan and Motoring Morgan very happy to think that G's clearing this pack and is right behind them as the front two are still fighting. There's only a 100th between them as they went down into turn 1. We're on board with Melted Dazzler.
In this corner. There we go. Let's see them come into this corner here now. 4, 5, 6, 7 cars. See if we can get through this clearly, nice and cleanly. Let's go back a little bit. Everyone seems to be coming through, giving each other a bit of respect, mate. Coming around these last couple of corners, ready for the next straight, and nice clean driving from that group of 8 cars, mate.
Yes, absolutely, and this is what it's all about. If you want to get involved in this kind of thing, that's what it's about. If you want to drive cleanly and have a proper competition when you do your sim racing, then get involved. I was just waiting for a big crash after I was saying about driving cleanly. I was waiting for this lot to crash into each other like complete amateurs, but they haven't. If you want to get involved in this kind of thing, go over to motiveracing.com and you can get involved. I've certainly found that although I haven't had any good results while I've been involved with
Looty on the corner right.
Looty.
There's a bit of a No!
That's
what
cars
happened there?
everywhere. That's I think that was a little ambitious by Looty.
That was a bit ambitious by Looty, unfortunately, Looty. But,
and we've still got cars stopped back there. Who's back there? Delore in there, Melted Dazzler, is it?
They've moved on now. Was a car stranded there?
Who's that? Smoky Devil, is it? Yeah, Smoky Devil.
Yeah. Unlucky. This is it. When you get round the corner and you're coming in, there's a gaggle of 4 or 5 cars all literally sort of sideways on. You've got nowhere to go, nowhere to go, mate. Unfortunately, a little bit of an opportunistic move there by Looty, which created a bit of havoc. But that's racing.
That's racing indeed. I was just saying about how these guys race cleanly, and they do race cleanly. Absolutely, every one of these guys. But sometimes things happen because this is motor racing. Even professional racers have misjudgments, and these things happen, and that's why we watch. We enjoy the rush, the tussle and so on and so forth. And Motoring Morgan's still keeping Dan very, very honest with just a couple of tenths between them. They really are very close. And just to finish off what I was saying about clean racing, if you want to get involved in this, then I mean, for myself, since I've been sim racing, I found that my general sim driving Not my driving on the road, I was already brilliant at that. But my sim driving has improved so much. And when you go back into the general lobbies, I went and did that just over the weekend, went back into the general lobbies and was much quicker than I used to be. Unfortunately, I was joined in the general lobbies by the normal gaggle of complete muppets who just want to crash you into the wall. You know, if you don't want that, and I mean, I went out, played a GT3 game on the on the normal lobby, on the general lobby, put it on pole, was out there having a good race, and some guy just crashes right into the side of me for no reason whatsoever. You know, so if you want to avoid all that, get involved in some proper sim racing, like we're seeing here. Motoring Morgan and Dan been going at it for lap after lap. Within a 10. Oh, Motoring Morgan's put one down the inside, and he goes. He's going to make it stick at that for sure. Dan's going to have to regroup.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, good bit of driving from these two. They're not kind of, you know, they're giving each other a bit of respect. Back to your point about giving people respect. You go in these public lobbies, it's a gamble, mate. It really is a gamble.
A lottery. Yeah,
it's a complete lottery, isn't it? Every now, you know, you see the odd people that you meet there regularly, who are even outside the motive community, and you go, I know that person. I know he's a decent driver, and you just sort of gravitate towards those people. I was in one. It was yesterday actually. We were at Bathurst. And you can tell I'm a northerner, can't you? If I was in Bathurst.
Bathurst. Champion,
Bathurst.
that was champion.
Yeah.
Smashing great, we would have won.
Yeah, exactly. And then basically, they set the lobby up with no track limits. And you know, that's a recipe for the disaster.
Yeah, totally.
People were just taking the mickey out of the lap times, and it's fun, but I do like a bit of competition. And that's what I love about, you know, being in a league like Motive, where you've got quality drivers, and everybody is competitive, but with respect.
Yeah.
And I think that is so cool. That's why we're coming back to about losing, you know, that energy and your legs sort of, you know, shivering, because, you know, you are literally kind of, you know, you want to win. You want to win.
Absolutely, and you want to do well, and you know, my missus has said to me a few times, I've come off the game being frustrated because, you know, my own performance wasn't as good as I wanted it to be, and she's like, well, you know, I come off frustrated. She said, well, sorry, are you enjoying this? I'm like, yes, of course I am. Of course I'm enjoying this. I love it. You know, but it can be frustrating, and you know, the thing is, you know yourself, and for guys who've never done kind of sim racing, Daniel back on the back of Motoring Morgan, isn't he? He's not letting him get away for certain. Sure, this battle's going to rage and rage. Pit window opens next lap as well, lap 12. Pit lane opens. Just to finish off what I was saying, you know what it's like if you just play the game normally. The AIs are dull, you know, and they don't give you a challenge because they're unimaginative, because they're AIs. If you go into the general lobbies, then you fall prone to the muppets who just want to crash into you if you try to overtake them, just want to run you into the wall. You know, the only real fix is proper sim racing. So, you know, leagues like Motive and Simplay and you know, so many more leagues out there. Do you know what I mean? You know, you need to get involved in one of these to have.
And the guys do give a lot of time up. Let's be honest.
Definitely.
They give so much up for, you know, they've got their jobs right and whatever they're doing in their lives, and to do this because they love it. They love the game. They love the, you know, we're all like you and I. We're car and motor racing freaks.
Yeah,
right? When
complete
I say freaks,
petrol head.
I mean that in the petrol heads. You know, said in the complete most respectful way. We love cars, we love racing, and to do it in as much of a competitive way without, you know, having to spend millions of pounds on a bloody car and do it, it's the next big thing to me. I mean, it's taken off massively, hasn't it? I mean, you can't buy a steering wheel or pedals from Fanatec for love nor money because everybody's buying them. The price of G29 steering wheels have gone up a little bit. I remember when they were a little bit cheaper before lockdown, and they've gone up because people are turning to these sort of things. So, and we've said it before, haven't we, Kelly, that you know, in these interesting times that we're living in, this sort of stuff is getting people together, having a bit of fun, a bit of competition, and I've met you over this. I've met Dan over this. I've met Andy over this.
Yeah.
And G and all the rest of them, as well as I've obviously been part of the Prolapse group, the Mad Prolapse group. That's the first time I've mentioned them tonight. Actually,
yeah, I haven't seen any rainbows at all tonight. Actually, to be fair,
they've got a night off. I gave them a night off. I told them to.
You're supposed to have my. I'm glad you brought that up. Actually, according to Nicky, you've got my contract.
Here we go. Here we go. Contracts galore.
I've seen Dan's contract. I've actually seen it in the flesh. His contract, promises of as many Skittles as he can eat, and so on and so forth. And I'm like, where's my contract? But Nicky
it's all a bit of fun.
Nicky passed the buck and said, "You've got it." So
I'll get one drafted up by my executive assistant tomorrow morning. But no, I mean, it's just meeting people, and I've never met Nicky and Ben Parkey and Civic, who's Darren, and BT and Maze Gamer and Lane. I mean, Laney obviously I work with, right?
Yeah.
And just having a laugh, just enjoying each other's companies, and my wife often says to me, "What the hell are you talking about in your private lobby?" and all that kind of stuff, But yeah, it's just really good stuff, mate, and long may it continue. And I'm kind of hooked on it now. Anyway, getting back into where we are on the track, we've had I've not seen because we've been chatting away about how fantastic we all are and how fantastic the motor community is. We haven't seen who's gone into the pits, mate. So
has anybody gone into the pits? No,
I don't know actually.
No, my missus is sat next to me. She's watching, and she's actually paying attention.
She's shaking her head.
Yeah, well, yeah, she's shaking her head. Well, no, she's normally shaking her head at me, but no, she's saying that nobody's pitted as yet. So pit window is open. Pit 12. They've all got to take a mandatory pit stop. As we can see, Dan and Morgan still going at it within a couple of tenths of each other. We had the first half of the race, Morgan 2 tenths behind Dan, and now we've got Dan 2 tenths behind Morgan. And they're pulling away. G is not catching them. Not catching them at all.
I was just thinking, mate. I'm going to have a little bet with you, right?
Yeah.
What do you think the chances are? Because G's 5 seconds behind. We know how much of a fantastic driver he is. His chances are of grabbing up to the back end of these two, but he's got no toe. Let's see. What do you reckon, mate?
I think it's going to be if these guys keep this pace now. If you look at Dan's previous time and Morgan's previous time, they're in the late 54s, early 55s. G's 2 tenths behind that. I think the pit stop is what's going to change things. I think at the moment, if we just went round and round like this, Daniel in the slipstream, then Morgan in the slipstream, I think G was going to be very, very hard pushed to catch these guys. And we're not talking that either of these two guys are slow. They're both race winners. They're both quick guys. They're both fast. So I think it's going to be the pit stops. It's going to be the pit stops.
I think you're bang on, mate. I think you're bang on.
Yeah.
Coming into the pit. Sorry to interrupt you, but coming into the pits, as you're getting ready to get onto that pit limiter, you could potentially make up a second and a bit if you time it right. And most people typically are probably just going to go in for a quick pit stop. No change of tyres, no fuel. And then, depending on where you come out behind another car, you could get affected on the first corner, right? So I think you're bang on. Pit stops are going to have a big play.
I think what also, not just what you can win and lose in those pit stops, I just think it will break this gap. And I've said about it before, it's so important here at Monza to break that slipstream. And these two got away early, and that's what's given them this advantage. G is going to be hard pushed to bring that gap down until something else happens. Now, one of these goes into the pits and they come out mid-pack, or they come out behind back markers, or come out into clear air. They haven't got the same advantage as they've got right now at the moment. Now, is this exactly what Dan's playing? Is Dan playing strategy here and just thinking, as long as I stay within a couple of tenths of Morgan, then I'm in the box seats, really, aren't I? Do you know what I mean? So he only has to overtake him on the last lap. You know.
That's true, mate. That's very true. Take it easy. Keep it together. Yeah.
Keep together. Keep going forward instead of going backwards. Because when you start going backwards, that's when problems are going to happen. So.
Yeah.
But that's very easy to sit and say from the luxury of the commentary box. You know, it's very easy to talk a good race. You know,
it is.
And I'm the first one to be able to talk an absolute classic, but actually putting it into practice is another matter.
Yeah, absolutely. Come out with some Murray Walker idioms. Some what did you say? F1 is if backwards. The other?
Yeah.
Whoa,
and if I'm very much mistaken, and I am very much mistaken, that was the classic.
I love that.
Yeah.
Was that Damon Hill or was that Mansell?
I can't honestly remember, but I think that was the was that not the title of his autobiography, Murray Waters? I think it was.
No.
If I'm not very much mistaken, I think that was.
He said it on while he was commentating on a race. I'm pretty sure
something happened.
It was either.
Because he said, if I'm not very much mistaken, and then something happened, and he said, "Oh, I am very much mistaken,"
that's right.
I'm sure that's the title of his autobiography. But there you go. We've had our first pit stopper.
Yes, we have. Let's have a look. We've got Delore by the looks of it.
Dolore's the first man in the pits.
DeHuis Rocker, sorry.
DeHuis Rocker, right. Yeah, as you can see, the project mechanics are useless
just
as ever.
Sitting there.
Just standing there, yeah.
You know,
it's like pulling up to a fast fit service, isn't it? And it isn't that fast, you know. Ooh, don't know about that. I think you're going to have to need new brakes on that one, new shock absorbers. Yeah,
you can't get better than a quick fit fitter.
Yeah.
You know?
Other rubbish quick fit type companies are available.
Here you go. You said that last time. You're just covering yourself. Absolutely.
Covering all the quick fit fitters who are now steaming angry. All want to kill Xmart because then, you know, because you said quick fit are rubbish. We didn't mean it.
No. I've been there many times. You know.
Never go near the place myself, but there you go. Apologies to all quick fit fitters. We didn't mean it. Still status quo at the front. Daniel still following Morgan round within a couple of tenths. G still 6 seconds off the back of this pair. So it's even Steven. Smoky Devil is the next man in the pits. You can just see him on your right hand side because he was going to be lapped very shortly. So 21 laps in of this 38 lap race, round 2.
Is he going for a manoeuvre? He decided to go for a manoeuvre. Yes, he absolutely went very clinical.
It's obviously Daniel's turn to be out front for a while, and Morgan's turn to be in the slipstream.
I think he flashed him actually. I did see him not flashing me or you. Basically, I think he flashed. Said I think between the two of them, I don't know if they're more fun.
Somebody went wide in the background and nudged a wall. It might have been Nick Navilla. I'm not quite sure. Whoever's in 4th place would be Nick Navilla. I think he just went wide and nudged the wall. No real harm done, because I don't think he was hassling G for a position there. But it might have been. He did lose. No, he hasn't lost a position. That's a back marker.
Still.
Yeah, it's a back marker in between, isn't it? Smoky Devil, maybe. Yeah.
Smoky Devil, by looks of it. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Let's see. Andy's very close, by the way, behind within a second of John Boy.
John Boy, yeah.
He's had a bit of damage there. So Andy's come off somewhere down the line with the old bumper flapping away. We still can't discount him. He was my man for the bets, 13 seconds behind. Looks like your man for the bet. We should have gone with your boy Dan. But,
absolutely. He's winning at the moment. So absolutely. And I say Daniel's got the hang of this. He the last race of last season he had a win. So good to see. Don't forget, guys, in the comments. Laney's very chatty in the comments. That's because he didn't get back into this race. He's obviously Laney MX5, of course. He's obviously put his scissors and comb away and is sitting back and watching the racing. I do apologise to him tomorrow. I didn't mean it. Well,
no,
it's all good.
You're bang on, mate. You're bang on.
Does he drive his MX5 every day?
He's got to be for his daily driver, but he's got his MX-5 in a lockup somewhere that he uses on a track, so he's sort of, tracked it out basically.
Mark 1 or a Mark 2 has he got?
I think it's a Mark 1. Yes, yeah. Mark 1.
Actually, really good shot. I mean, I take the mick out of MX-5 drivers, and I take a mick out of a lot of Japanese stuff, to be fair. But I've driven one a couple of times, a great chassis, really, really good chassis on the MX-5s. I used to do a bit of auto solo, which I don't know if you're aware of. That is like, I think we talked about this before. It's,
you did, yeah.
Yeah, car park racing basically, and MX-5s were brilliant for that. Real proper car for that, being small and nimble as they were. So
very nimble, It tends to be a car of choice. A lot of people take to track days, don't they?
Yeah, Laney's in the comments says he doesn't appreciate the hairdresser comments. Right, okay, Laney, sorry about that. Be down so soon. But a friend of mine had one of the stickers on the boot lid that says "No tools left in this vehicle," and then had a comb and a pair of scissors. So
Talking about Japanese cars. I had a couple of Japanese cars when I was in my early 20s, late teens, early 20s. I had an MR2 Mark 1.
Oh yeah.
With a T-bar.
Yeah.
Great car, mid-engined. And then I had a Toyota Sleeker, 2-litre Toyota Sleeker, twin cam, 2-litre, really nice car. Solid, well built. They were the cars to go for, as far as kind of build quality was concerned. In the 90s.
Yeah. I've had an awful lot of stuff, but I don't think I've had much in the way of anything Japanese. As these two at the front again, look, flashing lights and passing each other, they working together. I feel like Morgan and Dan are working together. Morgan's now gone into the lead again, and there was a flash of lights, so I don't know if they're just slipstreaming each other and just working together. You know,
they are, mate. They're kind of mixing it up a little bit. They know that they're in this together, really. And
I know if they're doing this, stay away from G, and when's the cut-off point? When are they going to, when's team orders going to come in, and and all that? So when are they going to go for the scrap, and who's going to win this one? These guys still haven't pitted yet. We've only had, from what I can see, 2 pit stops at the moment. I look at my missus for some. She doesn't know. She's on Facebook now. So I think we've only had the 2 pit stops at the moment. So. These guys haven't pitted, so it looks like most of everybody's going to go late by the looks of it. Maybe that's the best strategy on around this track.
That's right. We're down to the last 10 laps now, Kelly. So be interesting to see what happens between these two boys. I would where we got Motor Morgan in the lead, and Dan is just. Was keeping fairly close to him, and I don't think G's 5 seconds behind. Doesn't feel like a lot when you're looking back from on the run there, but they're going around that first corner there. Let's see. I mean, look at the times, lap times. So Motor Morgan and Dan are doing sort of 54, 55s, and G is doing 54.8. So if G can regularly getting those 54.8s, chipping away lap on lap, you
a couple of tenths takes a long time to get 5 seconds back on a couple of tenths, doesn't it? It's a lot of laps. So again, we'll see what happens when these guys pull the trigger and they pit stop. Go on, mate. No, I was just going to say I'm still struggling to think if I've ever owned a Jap car. I know I've had a couple. I've bought and sold cars over the years on many cars. I'm just trying to think. Apart from a Mazda van, I'm trying to struggle to think. I had a Nissan van as well for a while. None of them are really going to set the world on fire.
Forget the vans.
Yeah, well, vans in my world, vans are very important, but they're mostly Volkswagen ones. So, I tell you what, I nearly bought and belongs to my brother-in-law, and still one of the greatest cars is a Pulsar GTI-R. And my
Pulsar GTI-R.
So basically a Nissan Sunny with big ugly bonnet. You know it.
Yeah.
Yes, Pulsar.
I remember.
Yeah, quick car, very still quick car.
They are,
yeah.
When I've seen them, they are really friggin' epic. They remind me of the Toyota Corolla twin cams, but they are very, very
tunable.
Classics.
Very tunable. Yeah, my brother-in-law's had one for about 15 years, and I painted it for him about. Yeah, he still works on my eBay at the moment. Funnily enough, he's had it for about 15 years. I painted it about 3-4 years.
Has he got the grill on the bonnet? Has he got that finned grill on the bonnet?
Yeah, full spec, running like 350 brake, lightweight. Lightweight Oz wheels, and the full spec thing. Like
that's awesome.
Yeah, I
they
nearly
look
bought.
Really cool.
Yeah, and it's so quick, so quick. I mean, I've got a Seat Cupra, which is 300 horsepower, and it still shows that the way. Do you know what I mean? And this car's 1992. They are an easily tunable 400 brake horsepower engine. Easy.
What is it? 2 litre? Or what is it? 2 litre or 1600?
2 litre turbo, 4-wheel drive. Was the ugly duckling with the bonnet vents, all of it ugly and all the rest of it.
It looks great though, I think.
Oh yeah, it's quite a car. It's a cool hot hatch. It's a bit like a Mark II Golf GTI on steroids.
Well, I'm going to look into that a little bit. I remember seeing them from time to time, and if you're a car lover like you and I are, when you see a decent something that stands out, that definitely stands out.
Big money car, and the car that my brother-in-law had before that was an S13, was a 200SX S13, which just went sideways in a straight line. It was so good, so good, and I used to drive that quite a lot, and it struggled to go in a straight line, which was awesome. Anyway, back to the racing. Not much has happened in the last few laps, but what's really quite interesting is that most of the pack haven't pitted yet. As we see John Boy take his pit,
John Boy is in. Yes.
Go on, 7 laps to go, and we've got a lot of the pack that hasn't pitted. So I'm expecting to see an awful lot of guys come in and do their pit stops right towards the end. Because,
it's going to be a gaggle. That's going to be exciting. See a whole rush of cars coming in. So they're keeping us on tenterhooks, mate. They know that we're talking in the stream. We're going to give we're going to give Kelly and Martin a bit of excitement by coming to the pits all at once. Yeah, last 2 lap excitement. We'll see. We will see. Absolutely.
In the comments, not much going on in the comments actually. Still, Laney was the last person to comment. Have the rest of you found the magic ambulance yet? If you were watching Tier 2, then I gave away where the magic ambulance was. Mark picked it up real quickly as Nick Navilla goes in to take his mandatory pit stop. Have you found the magic appearing ambulance? If so, put it in the comments. Put it down. Oh, Nick just overshot his
pit box. Yeah.
Overshot it. Just cost him a second or so just to get back in there. He's away again now.
Going to slot. You've got to go in there slowly. It's quite easy to miss your pit box if you do go in a bit too quick.
I've put the marker on after overshooting it and trying to go into someone else's pit box.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Still, your boy Dan and Motoring Morgan are running neck and neck with nothing between them, as they have been doing for at least the last 20 laps, I would say.
Yeah.
And the bet of G coming up, not really happening, really, is it?
No, he's not catching them. As I said,
we've got Andy in the pits. Andy's in the pits, mate.
Okay, Andy takes his pit stop. Where was he? 4th or 5th, something like that, when he came into the pits.
Yes.
We'll see how this pans out for him. Into his box. Mechanics just wave their hands a bit. That's all really that they do. And he's away again, and we'll see where this. It's always a bit where you kind of go, oh God, am I all the way back here now? But remembering a lot of the pack in front of him
is yet to go in.
Yet to go in. So
exactly. He's going to come out here very close to John Boy. Looks like he's going to get very close coming into the corner here. Oh, no problem, managed to get round. Bit of a flash of the lights there from John Boy. That's Curtis was driving. And your boy Dan's come in. Here we go. Let's see where this is going to be an interesting bit now with regards to him and motoring. Go for it.
this is where it's going to make or break Motoring Morgan and Dan. We're going to see who ends up where. The mechanics are all done. Daniel's on his way again. They were a little bit tardy, and but not too bad. So we'll see how this pans out for Daniel and where he ends up, and see which is strongest, the undercut or the overcut. So Morgan is still out in front. He's got only G.
Let's have a look.
5 seconds behind him.
Come in.
Yeah, does he pull the trigger this lap?
Comes in. Let's have a look. Let's just follow him for a sec. No, he's going out for another.
No, he's going to.
Let's see if G comes in. No, G staying out as well. So Dan has got to put his foot down.
Where's Daniel ended up? Is he in clear air?
Dan has ended up in 5th. He's in clear air. Yes, he is. Yes, he's in clear air. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, he's got a. He's just. Okay, I don't know what your thinking was there, Kelly, whether you wanted him to get a bit of a toe of somebody else.
Yeah, well, I just wanted him. I didn't want him to be in slow traffic. Lutey comes in.
No, he's not got that. Lutey comes in. Yeah,
your mate's finally turned up. Nikki in the comments. Oh, hello, Kelly and Mart. Sorry, I'm late tonight. Late? Yeah, very late. We shouldn't even be here.
Very late to the party.
Yeah, what have you been playing at? I'm a little bit disappointed with the lack of commitment.
Mate.
Yeah,
he's been making some. He's been sewing and crocheting some rainbows for us.
That's understandable.
Part of our merchandise. Well, you've got to wear when you join the team and you sign the contract. You've got to wear a
I hope he's knitting my overalls.
Yeah, Motoring's in, mate. Motoring's in. Let's have a look. This is it. Let's see where he comes out with regards to Dan, because we've got 2 laps left.
Yes.
Oh, here we go, mate. Here we go.
Okay, mechanics. Oh, Dan, are they quicker? Are they slower? Hard to say, really. Where is Dan?
Coming round the corner, coming around Parabolica, and Motoring's coming down. Let's have a look. Don't think
Motoring's done it, isn't he?
Motoring's, yeah. Let's have a look. He's still coming down. It's still going to be close, though.
It's going to be close, yeah.
It's going to be close. It's going to be very close.
I think Motoring's got that one,
Got that one, so now it's down to a lap and a half. 2 laps, sorry, of Dan putting the pedal to the floor. And we've got the G, who's yet to come in, probably coming in.
He's going to have to come in now.
There we go.
There he goes.
G's coming in now. But I don't think we've got much chance of G winning this one. It's literally down to Motoring Morgan and Dan. So Motoring's got looks like a second and a half on Dan by the looks of it.
Looks like Motoring Morgan has done all he needs to do. Daniel will be hard pushed to pull that gap back in a lap. The only G is in the pits now. These guys should
coming
go past him.
Let's see where he comes out with regards to Dan. Dan should still be in second.
Yes, indeed.
He's close. He's certainly caught up. Dan must have certainly caught up as the G. But Motoring, let's have a look. It's tight. No, Motoring looks like he's got a gap on him now.
G has made up an all load of time, absolutely. Somebody back marker coming up behind, Dan coming behind somebody, he's flashing the lights. What he doesn't need is G putting one over on him in the very last corner. But see how much G has made back. So the
Motoring Morgan. Oh, sorry, mate.
The overcut. This last one. It's going to be Motoring Morgan who's going to bring it home for his first win of the season, race 2. There you go, Motoring Morgan for the win. Good race indeed.
Motoring Morgan, Dan coming in second.
Daniel just gets the only G for second place and third. I think Dan will be happy with that. The only G made it back. John Boy's going to be your man in 4th place, and Andy doing some tricks. He doesn't have to pay for that Clio. 6th place is Delore. Nick Davila is going to come in he came in 6th, so Delore had a penalty, so he goes back one. Melted Daza is your man in 8th. He turns the lights out. And Luty McShooty is 9th place. Not good, the greatest of races, because he had pace. Fly started right at the beginning, ends up 10th. Not the race he was looking for. Smoky Devil was 11th across the line, and I didn't see the rest. There you go.
Smokey and WRSJ and Dahuis Rocker, the man with the best name on the track.
And fastest lap. I'm trying to work it out.
Was...
54. Dan G's faster.
273.
John Boy faster. John Boy.
Nick de Villa. Nick the Villa by the looks of it.
Yeah, Nick
he
de
gets
Villa.
a point for that.
No,
Lucy McShooty.
Lucy McShooty. I was just going to say, Lucy McShooty's quicker again. So Lucy McShooty had the fastest lap. That's your Clio's done for this week. As I said, lots of action still here on Motive all the way through. ACC, I believe, tomorrow night, is it? No, GT3? One of those. I'm waiting for Dan to pipe up in the background.
ACC GT4.
ACC GT4 on Motive tomorrow night, which is it Wednesday? Tomorrow it is Wednesday. On Simplay, it's 2.4 of Le Mans. I'll be racing that one if you want to have a laugh. Thursday nights, Simplay again. Friday nights is... One of you guys will tell me.
Don't know.
Say again.
Friday nights.
Friday night is Formula 1. Saturday night we'll be starting off on Project Cars GT3s and then head into Formula Renaults, and then Sunday we'll be on ACC GT3s, and then we'll round the week off with touring cars on Sunday night.
Yes, absolutely.
Glad you know what you're talking about, Dan.
Well, he's management, isn't he?
Absolutely he is.
The big one's touring cars. That's the one I'm looking forward to. Hopefully they'll have a sponsorship deal in place by Sunday. But that's the one I'm looking forward to. Is touring cars on Sunday night. Any last words, Mart?
Yes, I'm glad you asked because I need to go and take the dog for a walk, I've been told. Absolutely. I just want to say thank you. Great start to the season 7. Super excited to be part of this with you, Kelly, and the Motive team. But I think great driving from Motoring and Dan, very close all the way through. As always, Clio driving is exciting to watch because it's close driving. So I'm going to shoot now, mate, and I'll speak to you next week.
Thank you, Mark. You're a pleasure to have you in with me. Always a pleasure. Thank you very much. That dog is poor dog's now going to go and have his walk at nearly 10:30. Poor thing. So just to round off, guys, if you like what you see, subscribe on the YouTube channel. Go over onto Facebook, Motive Racing. Find it on Facebook. Instagram, or more importantly, go to the website motiveracing.com if you want to get involved. Sign up. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to our sponsors for the Renault Clio Silent Energy. Thank you ever so much for their involvement. Thanks to all the Motive team. From me and everyone else, enjoy the rest of your week. We'll see you soon. Thank you ever so much, and good night, guys.
Nice one. Cheers, guys.
All right. Are we out?
Good. Yep, that's it.
Cool.
Great stuff.
All good.
Unlucky, Dan.
That's what it is.
Were you and Morgan working together, or were you just racing?
I was working with him, but I guess he was working with me as well. So we were just trying to get away from the pack.
Yeah, we possibly could. That's how I read it. That you and Morgan were just keep. I mean, you were within 2/10 of each other, like almost the whole race, because G was putting in quick laps, but he couldn't break the 5-second barrier to you guys. And I wondered if you two were working together.
Yeah, no, I was just trying to. Morgan was quicker, so I was using his pace to kind of keep with him. And then, just try and get him when I wanted to, but I then got a slowdown just before I pitted. So I lost like 3 seconds.
That's why G ended up so close behind you then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Plus I was a little bit too cautious hitting the brakes. Oh yeah, I thought I jumped it, to be fair. You
thought you jumped it?
I thought I jumped it at first. But I thought I jumped it.
Well, you came from nowhere and all of a sudden you're in first.
Yeah, no, I had a great launch, had a perfect start, and just threw it down the inside. And I thought, this is my only chance.
Yeah, nicely done. For sure.
Yeah. Awesome.
Cool. Right. I'm dying for a pee.
I'm fucking dead.
You're dead.
Yep.
Hey, me and John Boy were working together for pretty much the whole race, and we were in each other's slipstream, and we weren't really gaining on you and Morgan at all, Dan. So we thought you must have been working together. Well, I thought you must have been working together.
Well, they were in 2/10 of each other, Andy, most of the race.
Yeah, that was another clue that they're probably working together. But
Yeah.
we were doing like consistent high 54s, and we were gaining no time whatsoever. I was thinking, what have we got to do?
No. Well, G was stuck in the middle of you two pack, wasn't he? So Morgan and Dan out front, G was in the middle, you and John Boy behind, and G was in the no man's land, and he wasn't gaining either. Do you know what I mean? There was just no. Do you know what I mean? Once you break away from those slipstreams, so that pack, it's so difficult to catch back up, isn't it?
Yeah, me and John Boy were gaining like little bits on G.
Yeah.
I'd say we might have been gaining maybe a 10th or 2 each lap.
Yeah, it's not enough, is it?
Yeah, we were meant to have a storm in that race, though.
I
right.
set the lobby up wrong.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
no, obviously it passed over.
It was forecast to have a storm in the mid-race at some point.
Oh, well.
Oh well.
Oh,
These
well.
are all gonna have a fucking cry and a tantrum about it because they didn't have any rain, but
Whatever. Get over it.
yeah, they need to.
Yeah. Yes, indeedy.
Where is it? Yeah, it was clear, light cloud, storm, clear.
Is that what it was set up for, or is that what it was supposed to be?
That's what it was supposed to be, but I think Andy being a bit flustered, trying to do everything.
Yeah.
G throwing his toys out the prams and fucking off doesn't help.
Yeah. No. No, it doesn't. Just, throw it all down to technicals, isn't it?
He's starting to piss me off now.
Right.
I get, right, I'm not, no offence to you, mate, Andy, I'm not defending what you did about Smithy. That's a bit dodge, to be fair, not telling anyone. And if he's banned, you know. But G going in the comments and just slagging you off left, right and centre, constantly, then throwing his toys at the pram and not running the setup is kind of unprofessional of him not to be running. It's his fucking championship at the end of the day, right? And now he's slagging off again because the stream is set up, the stream went down, then the thing is set wrong, right? Mate, if you want it done properly, fucking do it. Don't throw your toys at the pram and fucking have a cry about it, you know? It's just, I know what Andy did was wrong, that's fine, we've all got over that, but there's no point slagging people off on fucking social media.
Yeah, it doesn't. Where's the slagging off going on? Is that going on Discord?
Well, first things first, he puts it in staff,
Right.
which I get. Right, he's already just like, good job at setting up the lobby.
Late movement of atmospheric pressure.
Yeah. So G already put what's happened to the stream. Good start for our sponsors. We're just sat here. I guess the contract signed was a joke to you. Good job on setting up blah blah blah. Folk and Joe. What happened every time? Every fucking time. Do something and mess up. Yeah, something's there. Blah 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 blah. Right? Stop fucking going on about it. You know? If you want something to do about it, fucking get in here and sort it out.
Yeah.
Fucks me off.
Yeah, he's meant to be hosting the tier 1. It's not even my league, it's his league, he's the coordinator.
He
left me to host it and do the stream. It's like, mate, if you want to sort shit out, yeah, exactly, it's on him. Because he's the coordinator, he should be the one that's sorting it out, and he's not. He's fucked off and gone and had a bit of a cry. Morgan's gone and joined him, and then, funny enough, they joined back at the exact same moment. Like, how fucking whipped can you get? It's not even like they think as one. It's not even like they're independent of each other. They fucking think as one person. He's literally, Morgan is just G's bitch boy. He's just sucking up to him. He's probably being milked from his fucking balls or something. Who fucking knows? But Morgan's just a little bitch boy, and G's the one who's calling all the shots, pulling all the strings.
How old is Morgan?
He's older than G, I think. He's like a year older than G.
Yeah, they're still. 20. They're still teenagers, aren't they?
No, I don't think Morgan is. I think he's like, well, he's more or less like, he's
Yeah.
the same sort of bracket. 20, Morgan's 20, 21, something like that. I don't know.
Right. It's a shame because it's the show and the professionalism of Motive that suffers, you know?
Well, on the outside, no one would have known until G fucking went off on General, but
Yeah. Yeah, he shouldn't.
that's the only reason why people would know that anything's up, is because
Yeah.
of that. No one would have a clue if it wasn't for the fact that he'd just gone off in general, but hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, but the
done
problem
now.
is he's just put a target on your back, that's what he's done. But it's not fair. It's not fair. I get the shit that's just happened, and I think you've now learned a fucking massive lesson from that, haven't you? Andy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, he's already caused shit, even though you may think he's a mate and all. He's already stirred it up already. In fact, even if he did race sensibly or whatever, he stirred shit up, and that's what he's done. That's what he's gone to do. So,
I'm just
probably...
gonna try and lighten the mood. Yeah, my fault. Everyone tell me off, please. I've been very naughty.
But...
Well, Andy, if you were here, I'd spank you. You lucky
just
boy.
fucks him up.
Yes, indeed.
But I get the thing that's frustrating me is that Smithy in the end did nothing wrong. Right? He drove sensibly, he did shit, he then fucked off. Right? If it was none the wise to the rest of us, it would have been fine.
Yeah.
But if he's banned, he's banned.
Well, that much we think now is going to be very clear, isn't it? That this guy is, you know, obviously he's wound it up this evening, and yeah, maybe that was his thing. I don't know enough about it, but as I said, it's unfortunate.
I have nothing good to say to him, so what's the point? Anything that I say now is only going to make things worse. I know that.
Yeah, just leave it. Leave him pick all his toys up. Right, gentlemen, it's been emotional, but I'm leaving. I'm glad to hear that you guys are so sad that I'm leaving.
I'm sad.
Fuck off, are you?
I'm sad. I wish
Yeah,
you were
no,
staying.
yeah.
The fuck
I
you
need
are.
you.
Pair of you are
I
not
need
paying
you.
fucking attention
No.
at all.
I like having you here, Kelly, because you're such a good person at calming the mood down and being a mediator. I'm going to miss you when you leave this party chat.
Andy, you're so full of shit, you know that.
Yeah, he is.
Do you know what I miss? Do you know what I miss? I haven't spoke to your nana for ages.
Oh, next time,
Yeah.
touring cars.
Touring
We'll have her
cars.
on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. We'll get her in. We'll have a chat with her.
Excellent.
She's been in a bit of boom with me actually recently. She's been hating me, to be fair.
Right. God, you're getting a lot of that just recently, aren't you?
Yeah, it does. It seems like it's always everyone at the same time. Everyone chooses to have their pops at the same time, but yeah, that's all good.
So I still love you, Andy.
Thanks, Kelly. Cheers, mate. Thank you.
No bother. No bother at all.
So,
Right.
Whenever things are going well, everything seems to go well. Everything seems to go well, and then once everything goes wrong, everything goes wrong.
Well, that's that they call, my friend. They call that life.
It is life. Yeah. That
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, and it can be a bit of a twat at times, and it can be all right in others. So just got to roll with the punches, I suppose.
Day. Yeah, just a bad day.
Bad day, bad day. Sign it off as a bad day. Go bed. Tomorrow be fucking better. Cool. Anyway, listen, guys, I'm going to piss my pants in a minute if I don't go and have a slash, and it's way past my bedtime. I need to go and have my Horlicks and fuck off to bed, and yeah, it's all good. I will catch up with you guys. What's your? Are you got the Simplace 2.4? Are you commentating on any of it, Andy or Dan? Right, well I'm
commentating tomorrow. I'm commentating on ACC GT4.
Right.
Whether I turn up or not now is beneath to me. Then on Thursday I'll be racing Simplay.
Right, well I'm racing Simplay on Thursday and I'm commentating tomorrow, so it'll be you and me, Andy.
Lovely.
Yeah, so...
Are you commentating on Simplay?
Yeah, apparently.
No, it should be us and Matt, I think.
Yeah, it'll be all three of us. Yeah, we all three can pick on Daniel then.
And G can pop up in the comments and hey, commentating on Simplay, oh, you fucking staying.
Well, if you're lucky.
Oh no, I don't need any of that shit, honestly. It's the more that he tries to pop at me, the more it's gonna. I'm at risk of saying something irreversible.
Right.
Just trying to make sure I don't.
Okay, well, just make sure that...
I'm having my 2 pieces in a minute.
Oh, fucking look out. Look out, that'll be his mother in him, that will. Fucking look out.
It's just fucking stupid.
Yeah. Well, when you boys sort it all out, and somebody's going to talk to me, I am interested in sponsoring the touring car.
Yeah, I know. I've spoken to G about it, but he's just being a fucking dick about it.
We'll definitely sort that out, Kevin.
Well, I mean, we've got to...
His PR playing out and...
Yeah.
He's too busy trying to get fucking sponsorship for himself.
Right, well, yeah, I'm not sponsoring him, but I'll sponsor touring car. If the deal's right, of course. But anyway, I'll let you boys sort out your problems and then work that out. Yeah, so I guess I'll certainly speak to you tomorrow night, Andy, and I'll see you on track, Daniel. And yeah, all good.
Yeah. I'll crash into you.
Yeah, no doubt you won't crash into me. You'll be fucking way ahead.
I've been in a P, you're in a GT, probably.
Yeah, well, the only time you'll crash into me is you're lapping me.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, you have to ask me.
Is it what?
I'm racing tomorrow, but I'll try and race Thursday if I can. If not, it's commentate.
Yeah, I don't know if it's full or not. Yeah, all good. Right, I'm out of here. See you later, guys.
Yeah.
Cheerio. Bye.